you said what, bro? What? Hey, everybody. What you just saw was footage from a live show where a guy in the audience, mid-performance, accuses me of lying about how I got my stutter. In this video, I'm going to show you the moments leading up to the accusation, and I'm also going to show you the joke I make about people who say the things he said that I just told before he said them. Also, now might be a great time to let you know we just dropped a special called The Stuttering Comedian for free here on YouTube, which might answer any questions you might have that I won't already answer in this video. So feel free to check that out. All right, let's get into it. This video comes to us all the way from Maryland in a town called Timonium, which is a city and not a property on the periodic table of elements, believe it or not. Pretty early into my set, I get into some material about my stutter. That way, in case I stutter, you know what's going on. I know I don't stutter as much anymore, but it's important that I address it in case I do, you don't think I'm having a stroke. I stutter because when I was 20 years old, I was playing shortstop on a softball team. A grounder took a bad hop, hit me in my throat. I had fallen and hit my head on the ground, from which I had a vocal contusion and a major concussion that was later diagnosed as a traumatic brain injury. TBI for me, RBI for them. This joke is 100% true. Everything I say here is straightforward in telling you what happened to me, but I also understand that my injury invites a lot of questions, albeit dumb ones, which is why I say this next part. Yes, that's really what happened to me. I'm telling you that that's what happened just in the event that I see you after the show and you're like, hey, remember that thing that you said what happened? Is that really what happened? And I'll be like, oh, you mean when I told you what happened? Yeah, that's what happened. What do you think, if I was gonna make up a story, I'd go with that one? I don't even look good in that story. That story sounds like the version the softball tells. You know, like he's at a bar with his buddies and he's like, all right, so I see this little tinksy twink over on shortstop, yeah? Then I start flying at him. He's not looking, I'm dodging, I'm weaving. I pop up and uppercut him in his word girdle. And now he's all retarded. Yeah, I did that. Me, Mr. Softball. And I know you're not supposed to say the word retarded, but for a while, I actually couldn't. So, you know, it's a different victory for me. You know what I mean? I have to say it, or else the softball wins. The story of how I got my stutter feels weird to talk about because A, it was 15 years ago, and I'm sure people are growing tired of hearing about it, and B, saying I got my stutter feels like there was a sale at Target and I just got it there. It's weird. Most people who stutter develop it early in childhood. Sometimes it's hereditary, sometimes it can be circumstantial, and sometimes there's something called adult onset stuttering, which happens much later in life due to stress or an injury or a viral infection. It can be completely arbitrary. However, I got mine at Target. No, it was a TBI. And some people, like this guy, can't comprehend it, which is why I responded when he said this. You say what? But what's about the story? What bullshit about the story? What do you mean? Who am I talking to? The guy in the hat? Oh, you? Oh, you said what, bro? What? Yes, it did. Bro, I'm trying to tell you this right now so a room full of people don't attack you right now. That's 1,000,000% what happened to me. Yes, for real. I have read medical records. I have neurologists on the phone. I can call whoever you need, but I don't need to back my shit. That would be insane. I just did a whole joke about it. How are you gonna be the dude in the joke right now, bro? No way. All right, I'm going to do it again, just so you can see it. Holy shit. If I see you after the show or during, and you'd be like, hey, that thing that you said what happened, is that really what happened? And I'll be like, yeah, you mean when I told you what happened? Yeah, that's what happened. You think if I was going to make up a story, you think I'd go with that one? I don't even look good in that story. That story sounds like the version the softball tells. Like he's at a bar with his buddies and he's like, all right, I see this little tinksy twink over on shortstop, yeah? Bro, that's nuts. Bro, the next time I do a show, I'm gonna have to write a joke about how I wrote a joke about that. I wish I could say this was the first time something like this happened, and it probably won't be the last. I understand that my injury and my stutter are a big part of my comedy, but the reality is speech therapy, physical therapy. I saw a neurologist who had to go on keto, heal my brain. I did DMT. I've done everything to try to come back from this shit. I worked as hard as I possibly could to come back from my injury, and ignorant comments like these sometimes make it challenging. I don't want to be defined by someone else's expectation of who I'm supposed to be, like a comedian with a stutter. But I also don't want the embarrassment of my past to be something I hide from simply because one spectator in a crowd deemed it inauthentic. I do hope you guys check out my special, The Stuttering Comedian, as it talks more in depth about the internal struggle of a personal gain, but at a professional cost. And to the guy in the crowd who said I was full of shit, I'll see you in my next hour, where I make jokes about making a joke about the jokes I make about you. Tickets at drewlynch.com. Come see me on tour. All right, we'll see ya.